Hello everyone and welcome to KK4Z. My name is Scott and today we're going to try to do an activation at Kilo 1037. That's Chiaha National State Park, the tallest point in Alabama at about 2,400 feet. Salute. Alright, well today we're going to use the G90 and I've got my Bengali Traveler Light keys. And I've got my Surface Go 2, and I'm going to use a K1EL keyer and actually key from my computer. It's about 43 degrees here. It's rather chilly, and even with my fingerless gloves on, my hands are still cold, so I may be doing more CW stuff than using the key. This is my Frank antenna. The base there is a Chameleon Hybrid Micro, followed by two sections from a buddy pole, and then on top of that is a 12-foot buddy pole whip. I can operate pretty easily from about 40 meters on down with this antenna. So, and it's fed with RG316, and you probably can't see it, but off that way there's about a 25-foot counterpoise. With me today is a Chili K4SEZ, Mary, my wife, and she's here just to see what's going on. Like I said, it's a lot cooler today than we had expected, and so don't know how long we're going to operate. This is the park. Over there, where those towers are probably the highest points. We're just a little bit off that, a little bit away. So, all right, let's get operating. All right, just kind of wrapping up. Been out for, I guess, about an hour or so. Made 15 contacts. Got my 10, and the temperature has dropped. And I found myself shivering and not being able to operate the key very well. So it was time to call it a day. I want to thank everybody for checking in. And that's my Frank antenna. It seemed to work pretty well. So we're going to close up shop and find someplace warm. Thank you everyone for the activation, and thanks for the fun. We'll talk to you later. Hello everyone. Final take, a little bit of parting shots, kind of an after action report, kind of tell you what I did, what I didn't do, and what I found out. Well, one of the objects of today was I was trying to integrate NJ, FJP, or AC log software with my Zygu G90 and my K1EL wind keyer, my mini wind keyer, to do CW work. The wind keyer worked just like it was supposed to. It followed the messages I had stored inside of AC log, and so that was good. However, one of the glitches that I had that was kind of interesting was I could not get the G90 to communicate with my little Surface Go, so it would record things like the band, the mode, and the frequency, and it would work intermittently. I think it's something to do with the 1/8-inch plug, that it just wasn't really doing a good job, and so I ended up with some. Well, the stuff was a little bit fuddled, the frequency, the band, and the mode. But I can fix that. That's easy. So everybody I got that I identified, I got, and I just have to go back and kind of edit through which one was on 20, which was on 40, and the times are all good and the dates are all good. So, but that just tells me that the next time I take the G90 out, I have to do something different, and I can't rely on it to communicate with the computer. Now, sitting at home, it worked okay. But out in the field, I had some issues, so that was interesting. There was a lot of QSB. So for those of you out there that were trying to contact me, I tried, and it was hard. The QSB was hard, and the bands themselves were very low. A lot of you guys, I was not really hearing well. I may have given you a 559 or sometimes a 599, because I was too cold to to change it. The AC log, if you don't put anything in the window, it automatically gives a 599. And one of the things I was running into is it was cold. They said it was going to be 55 degrees. It was 42 where I was, and the wind was blowing. And I made my minimum contacts. I think I made 15 contacts total. But then after the 15th one, I noticed I was shivering pretty good, and it was just time to pack it in. Again, the first really cool weather winter exercise with activation. My hands got cold. My CW went right down the tubes. But it was fun, and I learned a lot, and I'm going to do things better next time. I'm still a new activator. This only being my third activation, my second CW activation. So I'm working my way through it. I know I had one guy out there who wanted the county, and I didn't know what the county was, so I gave you the park. The park is in that county. So I hope I helped you out. That's something else I need to think about for next time, is to figure out what county I'm in, maybe, because I know some people ask for it. Sometimes I just couldn't hear what you were sending me, and that was tough. And I want to make a comment here, and I'm really speaking in general. I'm not speaking to anybody specific, and that is, if you are trying to use a CW keyer going through your computer sound card, the best I can tell you is don't. Because of how your computer works, it doesn't always send good code. Trust me, it doesn't. I use a USB device, a K-1037 wind keyer. I used the mini today, but that smooths out all that. It buffers it, so it's a nice smooth CW, like you hear somebody doing it by hand. But if you're not using some sort of keyer between your computer and your radio, don't. Please don't. It's worth the however it is to get a keyer. The K-1037 mini keyer is fairly inexpensive. It's not as expensive as their big model, but it's worth you getting if that's how you're going to send CW. But sometimes it's very hard to understand because of the way your computer allocates its time, its processing time. It really screws with the signal, and what you may be hearing coming out of your computer is not what I'm hearing at my end. So that being said, again, like I said, it was cold. I probably needed to add one, maybe two more layers to what I had. I thought I had enough, but I didn't. My hands got cold, and when my hands get cold, my CW goes down. I was a little bit distracted by the software issues, so I was miskeying a little bit. I apologize, but I will get better. Practice makes perfect. But it was a good day. 15 activations, which is, when I first started out, it wasn't looking good for the home team, but we managed to pull up enough for a good solid activation. And this is going to be a threefer. So there's actually 3 parks that I'll do, and I'll get to the logs either tonight or tomorrow. I'm still cold. I come out of the park a good 3 hours ago, and I'm still cold. But it was tough. Next time we're going to do something different. I made some plans to improve my situation for when it's cold out. Again, it does include a heater, but we'll just keep working on it. Other than that, it was a good learning experience. Like I said, the G90 performed as advertised, except I couldn't get to talk to my computer. But if I'm going to do a paper log, which I may do from now on, I don't know. I was just really trying different things. I'm going to try. I may take a stab at hammers. A lot of people use it, and I'm on the fence about it. I tried to use it my last activation, and the one thing I didn't like about hammers is I could not go in and edit my time in the Hammers app. I have to download the log file onto my computer, and then I have to bring it up in something like ADF Master, and then redo everything based on my paper log. So I really didn't like that. But it's just something. So I'm going to play with it some more. Again, thank you everybody that contacted me. Thank you for those that tried to contact me. Bands were just bad today. We're still suffering from some of the geomagnetic storm stuff from a couple days ago, but thank you, and I appreciate your patience. So let's just kind of wrap it up. I'll see if I can get this video uploaded tonight. So everybody stay safe, and we'll hear you out there.